I'm gonna be real. We suck right now. Like, what is going on? The Houston Astros went 2-2 this week, and I'm gonna be honest with you. This is not a good 2-2. Like, if we went 2-2 against like the Dodgers or something, and these were close 2 losses, I'd be like, this is a good week. This is fine. But that's not the case. We went 2-2 against. You know what? Let's just get into the games. On Sunday, the Astros won 4-1 against the Los Angeles Angels. Alex Bregman was your player of the game. And this was kind of our last glimpse at the Astros offense before it just disappeared. So we got shut out the night before. And we started this game a little shaky. We weren't really scoring. We had an opportunity, but Martin Maldonado was too slow. Couldn't score on Jeremy Pena's single. We had a runner in scoring position. I don't know if the bases were loaded. We had a runner on third. Alex Bregman, Yordan Alvarez coming up. And we don't score. So it was very, very shaky. Jack Mayfield owns us. Hit a dinger off of us already. Kyle Tucker made a nice play. Not going to say my opinion on the play, but I'm not complaining. Jeremy Pena looked nice for the most part. He went 3 for 5, but I did say that he was looking bad on the plate discipline. Alex Bregman, 2 for 5. Drove in the first 2 runs that ended up winning us the game. And advanced nicely on the Mike Trout error, which was nice for his legs, let's just say. Hector Neris looked nice. Gave up a double. I think that was to Trout. But for the most part, he did incredible limited hard contact. Just got through a clean inning, basically, in his second outing as an Astro. Ryan Presley's velocity. We'll circle back to that. The umpires. Umpires have screwed us over. Umpires have killed us this season. Not just up till this game. They've been killing us. And we'll get back to that too. Next game in Arizona, the Astros win 2-1. How? How do you win by 1 point against the Diamondbacks? And I know a lot of you guys are going to say, that's runs, bro. We casual. I don't care. It's 1 point, 1 run. I don't care. How are you heading into the 9th inning against the Diamondbacks after being the best offense in baseball last season? Knotted up 1-1. Make that make sense. It doesn't. But there are some takeaways again. Altuve looked okay. He took his walks. That's good. You love walks. No hits, though. That's not good. Struggling, but a bright side. By the way, your player of the game is Michael Brantley. He was the one who got the game-winning RBI, and I think he had a diving catch this game, too. So good for you, Uncle Mike. Get those legs working. You're not old. Age is just a... Not going to say that. Another common Hector Neris W actually is a hold. But this time, he got strikeouts. We love strikeouts. Let's go, Hector Neris. I told you guys he was a great signing. Let's go. Brian Abreu, Luis Garcia, they're on steroids. They both hit their career high in velocity that game. Garcia pumped like 97, I think. Near 97. Oh, 97.3, I think. For his fastest pitch of the majors. And Brian Abreu went like 102 or something like that to get his fastest pitch in the majors. These guys are on steroids. Test them right now. Ryan Presley, though, his steroids kind of ran out. His velocity still didn't look good. But he got the save. That's what mattered that game. And then all that high just fell apart in the next game. But before we get to the next game, no, this is not an advertisement. Let's talk about the center field situation. Jose Siri, what I wrote here was that he screams dark horse. He took Mad Bum deep in Arizona. But I don't know. I'm still not liking what I'm seeing from any of these two center fielders. Like, they both got the defense well. Jose Siri is just active. I love it. I love how active he is. But like in terms of results, he's not really getting it. He's fast though. So is McCormick, but he's faster. And he faster as in like Jose Siri's faster. He's got more pop than McCormick, even though McCormick had a really nice ex-Woba con last year. And McCormick seems to be touching the baseball more, but like his hits just don't really say hits, you know? They say like hits. You know what I mean? Like it seems like he's just touching it up, and it seems like every hit he's getting is lucky, but like that's probably not the case. Like I know he hit a ball really hard the next game, and his defense is amazing, but I'm not liking what I'm seeing from either of these two. Like I just don't see consistent results from either of them, and that's scary because I want consistency. If you're consistently bad, I'm gonna drop you. But if you're inconsistent, sometimes good, sometimes bad, like I don't want to be relying on a fluke from you to do something. I want to know whether you're actually good or actually not. And for both of them, I don't know whether they're good or not. Their only consistency is Siri's speed and McCormick's defense. And even then, yeah, so I don't like what I'm seeing. Let's get Brian Reynolds. Jose Siri, you're gonna love Pittsburgh. So yeah, next game. Whew, this was where everything just starts going downhill. The Astros lose 2-3 to the Arizona Diamondbacks. Your player of the game here was Christian Javier. He looked nice. Just one mini heart attack, but he looked nice. The staff in general looked okay. Only gave up one run on a hit by pitch RBI, but it's the Diamondbacks. Like we should be doing pretty good against them. My big concern though is that like we're walking a lot of dudes and we're hitting a lot of dudes. We're giving up. I don't know if we're giving up a lot of hits, but it feels like we're giving up a lot of hits. Just not a lot of runs up until now, right? We head into yesterday's game leading in ERA. But what the ERA doesn't show you is innings where you're like getting into jams and getting out of it somehow. And like, yeah, you didn't give up any earned runs, but you struggled. Like that's gonna hurt you eventually. You can't sustain getting into a bunch of jams and getting out of it. Eventually it's gonna bite you in the butt. And so these numbers like skill and interactive ERA that didn't rank the Astros staff very highly, well, they were right because the Astros were consistently getting into jams and then getting out of jams. So they're like, yeah, you're not that good. You got to chill out. And in the Seattle game, which we're going to talk about later, it showed. We gave up 11 runs. It showed that you can't just get into jams and hope to get out of it because the Mariners, well, they had the highest clutch last year. And for the record, clutch is fake. But, you know, it happened. Presley, again, he's averaging 92.7 miles per hour on his fastball this season up until now. It was in the 95s like every year up until now. So that's something to watch for. You could say it's the spring. Presley said it was adrenaline. I don't think that's an excuse anymore at this point. He has not looked very sharp. And up until this game, before he gave up the 2 runs to the Diamondbacks and 1 earned run, we were like, yeah, it's fine. You're still going to get your outs. You'll be a contact pitcher. It's not as sustainable, but we'll be fine with it. Well, now it's not looking too good. So, Ryan Presley, like, it's not like he's gone a whole season without having some, like, miscues, right? This isn't the worst case scenario. What makes this worrisome is, like, his velo is just down, down, down. If his velo was still up and then this happened, he blew the save and took the loss, oh well. He did that against the Padres. He didn't take the loss, but he did that against the Padres. He's had bad games before. He's had a couple of bad games against the Mariners last season. It's not the bad game that bothers us right now. It's just the velocity. We'd like to see you get more strikeouts because that's more sustainable. I don't know where we go from here with Presley. Like, he's still our closer, no doubt, for now. If anything, worst comes to worst, he's back at setup. he was great at setup, so it's like it's not a big deal. That's the worst case scenario for him. I'd like to see Hector Neris as a closer sometime. Like, even if Presley becomes last year Presley, I'd like to see Hector Neris and them like just switch around sometimes. It's a nice like mix up, I think. I'm not worried about Ryan Presley. I'm not extremely worried about Ryan Presley, but you do have to have that seed of concern for him based off the velocity. You have to hope that he's just ramping up his arm. Short spring, we're going to get him back. That's what I think. So that's why I'm not too worried. But at some point, you're going to have to think about it. Offense, oh my gosh. Let's just... That was my point for the Diamondbacks game, but let's just get straight to the Seattle game. The Mariners beat the Astros 11-1. 11-1. And now the Astros have scored one earned run and then another earned run. So yeah, eight earned runs in their last 5 games. That's horrible. This team was the best offense in baseball last season. The best. Is this a pitch comp thing? No, I don't think so, obviously. I don't think the Astros cheated last year. They were the best offense in baseball. But it has gone through so much so far. Like, Altuve avoided a question about the offense because he's struggling. He's 3 for 24 to start this season. Kyle Tucker, he's been unlucky, but he's struggled too, kinda. He's hit the ball, but like yesterday he looked bad. So he's hit the ball well, and he's gotten unlucky. It's April, Kyle Tucker, but like, guys, this is very concerning. It's very concerning to score just one, especially off Marco Gonzalez. He reeks. We reek even harder. Did Jeremy Pena get like a hit since that Angels game? I think he had 1 hit. Nice, I guess. Player of the game here was Marco Gonzalez. All in all, this is not a good week. And I don't know where our magic number is. You guys saw a thumbnail before hitting this video. That's our magic number. But I don't know where we go from here. Like, our pitching obviously is not a strength, no matter how much the ERA merchants want to twist it to be. Our offense is supposed to be a strength, but it's not looking good at all. Like, there's not a single player on the offense right now, other than Alex Bregman, that I actually feel comfortable at the plate with. Pause. Right now. Kyle Tucker, I'm like, yeah, I kind of do. But, like, I don't know what his splits are, but if I see him against a lefty, I'm like, ooh, I don't feel too comfortable with this. Yuli is like, I don't even know how to feel about Yuli. Bregman, I'm comfortable with, but it feels like he's always, like, relying on pulling fly balls really hard just so it, like, gets out of, like, the shortest part of the park. It just feels that way right now. So, I'll be honest, there's nobody in this offense that I feel comfortable with right now. I'm hoping these guys can get back. They're too good not to get back, but it's... Oh, and umpires. I almost forgot. I don't have the official numbers, but I do know for a fact, like, I have the tweet. I'll bring it up right here. The Astros are getting screwed over so hard by the umpires, and this was before the Mariners game. The Mariners game, I haven't seen the numbers there either, but it did not favor the Astros. That's all I'm going to say. Like, the Astros got screwed over so much. These umpires are horrible. Like, I'm so glad that I have no interest in working for the MLB UA right now, because if I did, this video will come back to bite me, because these umpires are killing the sport right now. They're killing me. These dudes... I want to say something, but I know that's not going to end well for me. So that's all I'm going to say. The Astros have been hurt the most by a wide margin by the umpires this season. That needs to stop. Like, I am the most traditional baseball fan you'll find outside of like stats and stuff, because I'm a math nerd. I like numbers, so like I'll advance with like whatever the stats go with. But like in terms of rules, like I wasn't a huge proponent of the universal DH. I'm not a huge proponent of pitch clock or whatever. Like I like the shift actually. So technically the shift is like a progressive thing for baseball. But I'm not a huge fan of banning it. And I am a huge opponent of robo-umps. But if this keeps up, I'm gonna have to say bring in the robo-umps. Because I am so sorry if the mic just died from that. Sorry. But bring in the robo-umps. It's horrible right now. It's horrible. Bye. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys want to stay tuned for more of whatever this video is, feel free to subscribe right here. If you guys just want to check out some more videos right now, this is my most recent upload. Again, thank you guys for watching, and as always, it is Stro season all season.